Well, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. Saturday morning, watching cartoons. This is the cartoon version of My Favorite Martian. I remember that from third grade. I didn't remember that Jonathan Harris was the voice of Uncle Martin, though. Anyway, so this is a new channel that I've discovered on the Roku app that streams showing, this is like MeTV times 100, the quality of stuff. Although I think most of this stuff is just pulled right off of YouTube. But they assemble it in a great way with vintage commercials, and all Saturday morning until noon, it's just labeled as PBJ TV on the schedule. So I think they've got all, I don't know what they're going to be showing, but it's pretty great. Thank you, Friar Tuck, for telling me about this station. And I forgot about these Kenny Shoe Store ads with the Great American Shoe Store. Anyway, if you don't have a Roku app, you can just watch the station from their website, throwbacktv.net, I think, or something like that. Anyway, just type in Throwback TV, do a Google search, and you'll find it. It's and then you could probably stream it to your television from their web page. I would think you could. So you can watch this too, even if you don't have a Roku. Although, yeah. So if you're morning, we don't have Saturday morning cartoons anymore. This channel may help you with that. Okay.
Carefree's taste electrifying.
Ben, the electricity.
Think about it in Washington, D.C.
That's Washington, D.C.
Well, I've got a lot to do this morning, and the first thing I need to do this morning is something. Well, we're going to show some comics in a little bit. You can fast forward it. Those of you that only like comic book content can fast forward until you see me holding up a comic book. But I had a revelation a couple of days ago. I was talking to, on the New Year's Eve show, Kevin Johnson, the owner of Gotham City Comics, was showing some new Frankenstein masks that he's gotten for his collection. And looking at them, I realized, and I don't know why I've been drawing pictures of Frankenstein's monsters since I was in first grade. And, of course, you always, this is, of course, based on the Jack Pierce makeup for the 1930s Frankenstein. You've got the clamp, right? And you've always got this, everybody has this wound on the forehead. But why have I never really fully noticed? Do you see this wound along here? He's been sliced open right along here. And, let's see here. This, be very careful here. This model kit. Oh shit, that wasn't careful. Damn it. It's okay, everything's well. This is a model kit built by Joe Riley, and you may know him as oh shit, what was that? Oh, let me dust him while I've got him down. Joe Riley was a brilliant genius. He's the guy that did that public access show out of Dallas, The Hypnotic Eye, back in the 90s. I worked on it with him. And anyway, this is a kit he built and painted. And be a good time to dust him, I guess. Okay, so you'll see on the kit, there's that wound on the, they're playing Lidsville now. So he was a master at this. And then look at what he added down here, that skull. So, wait, that's a commercial. Hold on, I need to start my recording. Can you stop tearing them apart? The kitten's tearing the Christmas tree apart. He's letting me know that I need to take the Christmas tree down. Okay. So, looking around, because there's Frankensteins everywhere around, because let's look at this figure here. And is the wound there? Man, I don't see the wound on this guy.
None of them could keep him from your side. Of that you may be sure.
I'm going to get a prescription on the 23rd for close-up vision. Yeah, the wound is there. You see it there? Okay. So now I'm on a mission to look for wounds on Frankensteins. How about this guy? This is a recent, God damn it. I'm sorry. Gosh darn it. This is a recent, in the last 10 years, Mego. And I don't think they didn't get that at all there. They completely neglected the neck wound. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to indicate, the wound, or why a surgeon would just leave it open like that, but okay. The wound is there. The wound on the big Frankie has clamps on it to keep it shut. So, let's see. Oh, there's some more Frankensteins over here. Let's see if this guy is accurate. Yeah, there's the cut. Do you see that? David Nino Rodriguez has a cut like that. You know, the ex-boxer that's now a political commentator on YouTube and everything. He's got a cut like that from, I think, someone in a bar tried to cut his throat open. This little trash can I got when I was in 2nd grade, it looks like you can't really, he's so squinched down you can't see the wound. Where are the Frankensteins? I got them all around the house, but it looks like it's resolved that somehow I just never paid attention to that hidden away cut. To the point where when I was, I've drawn Frankensteins, I often neglect to draw that. But if you're drawing Frankenstein's monster straight on, then I guess you never see that. Well, it looks like the sun's out. Yeah, it's, I got to plug the phone in here, or we'll lose power in the phone. Okay, so we got Mr. Magoo playing right now, obviously. Okay, so, I was just watching David Nino Rodriguez a little bit ago because he was talking about watching what this kitten's up to. The president of Honduras has been taken out of the country, and there was a strike on. Did I say Honduras or did I say Venezuela? Venezuela. Anyway, so I happened to be up at 4 a.m, and my wife saw the breaking news. It was only like 2 minutes old when it was first announced so that'll be interesting to see how that develops during the day. But instead of watching live television, I'm watching Mr. Magoo from the 60s. So we'll see how that goes. Okay.
Did I say promontory? No, it is a peninsula. Is that a ruse proposed? It is a Red Sea.
Okay. Well, so you came here for a comic book unboxing.
That's not what you are. A pipsqueak popinjay. A fool. As my man, Volver, you can't take that. Challenge him. Yeah. Who, me? Yes, you.
I need to get a trash bag down because I'm going to be throwing away all these bags these comics came in. And I've got some other, I've got a whole elevator filled with trash bags. I need to bring it down. Let's do that real quick. So, oof. So I went to a flea market about a little over an hour away that I've been told about, and it's called Collectomania. And there was a comic book booth in there with, it was interesting. There'd be a lot of normal comics, and then all of a sudden there'd be some really obscure stuff mixed in from the 60s or even 50s, and without any rhyme or reason. And I picked up some comics and then decided I just need to stop looking. And then I had to go back to that same town 2 days later, and I thought, this time I'm going to look through every single box at every comic, and I did that in the last video I put up. And so I found more comics than I should have found, and I thought, I don't ever want to come back to this place again in my life, so I'd better get everything I want now. And then there was some annoying guy who came into the booth after I started looking and started going through the boxes too, and it was a very cramped area. And anyway, I wound up with a big stack of comics and spent too much money, and that was not a good thing, but I'll show you the comics, and I'm just trying to do a little bit of housework here, trying to clean up. I'm not trying to clickbait you to get you to watch longer, but I really not. I just need to do this. You know, these videos that you won't believe the shocking original ending for Logan's Run that they don't want you to see. And then you click on it and it's some AI voice talking for 20, 30 minutes. And then they never tell you anything about a shocking original ending that they had to remove. YouTube's filled with tricks. And trust me, here, okay, why am I walking this way? I have no idea. Okay, so I got to pull this Christmas tree. I got to take it up to the attic because it's starting to cause the kitten to... Kitten didn't mess with it for the longest time, and now the kitten's discovered it. Okay. I prefer Mr. Magoo to be set in modern times, the 1950s or 60s, instead of these historical... I don't like to see Mr. Magoo in an historical storyline. Ah, dang. It's like Nosferatu. I suddenly got blinded by the sun. I'm real sensitive to light. I always have been. The kitten just pulled the curtain down, and the sunlight just hit me. You can see, can't you? Let me get that put back up. Maybe I should pause so I don't clickbait you too much. All right, I've returned. Yeah.
Get ready to roar with Linus the Lionhearted as he takes his pals on wild and wacky adventures.
Linus the Lionhearted is a great cartoon from the mid-'60s.
Always an adventure with Linus the Lionhearted.
It was
Tune back Saturday mornings at
all the
8
serials,
television.
all the characters are based on mascots for General Foods cereals. There's a postman that's from Alphabets. There's the Sugar Bear from Sugar Crisps, and they've got a little Chinese boy from, I forget what cereal he was from. You know, this is like around the time I was born. So, and then there's Linus the Lionhearted that was from some cereal that Golden Grams. I don't know. Anyway, it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots, man. Okay, so I've got a trash can here to dispose of these nasty bags. Anyway, so I overdid it. I've got to be careful with... I got a bunch of cool stuff I'm going to get from Kevin at Gotham City Comics before too long. That's where I need to be spending my damn money. So I wished I was never told about this flea market called Collectomania. Maybe... But anyway, I was told, and I sought it out, and this is the consequence of that. Now, there's an immense danger in these YouTube videos. People will show you their collections and stuff, and then it's like, man, I should get it. You know, it's just all it does is create problems. So don't go out and buy a bunch of comic books just because you see these. Okay, well, anyway, this is a short-lived DC comic book from the mid-'70s, Hercules Unbound. A lot of Conan the Barbarian inspired comics came out in the 70s because Conan was apparently selling very well for Marvel. So I know Hercules predates Conan by several thousand years, but still, hide that, and it could, from a distance, look like a Conan the Barbarian comic book. So, the great thing about this book is it has Wally Wood art. Although it's Jose Luis Garcia Lopez and Wally Wood, so it may just be Wally Wood inks, but Wally Wood's inks are so distinctive that you can see Wally Wood in them completely. So I don't have all the issues of this, and I sure hope I don't already own this issue, but it's possible. This is 30 cents. So it has the barcode. Okay, I'd say this is from, I like to play this guessing game. I'd say this is from March of March of 1977. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, boy. Why can't I read that, man? August, September 1976. I'm off. Okay. Okay, so that was issue 6. Here's issue 7. I'm sure I don't have this one. I don't recognize that cover. This bag and board isn't too bad. It's just that these comics have been... The people in that collector, it was... I just felt so misanthropic going through that place. And if you watch me thumbing through the comics, you can hear the people in the background, the kind of stuff they're talking about. they're just such normal. They're such normalcy that I don't know. This bag and board may not be that bad. Maybe I'll hold on to this one. I always hated this ad. It looks like it was drawn by a 5th grader. Pathetic. Now it's Walt Simonson and Wally Wood in this issue. But you can definitely see Wally Wood there. This comic didn't last long. DC and Marvel were in a battle. What it seemed like to me as a kid, and which I later learned was the truth, is that Marvel and DC were trying to outproduce the other company with sheer volume of titles, just putting out tons of reprint titles, anything so that they could have more comics on the spinner rack than their enemy. And this book is in really bad shape. I saw it the first day I was there, and then I thought, man, maybe I could get a better quality copy on like mycomicshop.com. And I looked there, and they didn't have it at all. This is a very obscure comic. I have almost all of these books, but I thought, man, that's in such terrible condition. But when am I ever going to see it again? And Marvel in the early 70s put out, in the 20-cent era, put out this comic called Little Kids. They also put one out called Little Pals. Little Pals reprinted old funny animal stuff from the 50s. Little Kids reprints old kid comic stuff. And then they also put out Peter the Little Pest, also known, and then they changed the name to Petey. And that was reprints of an old comic from the 50s Marvel did that was an imitation of Dennis the Menace. And I think he was called, he had some other name. They changed his name for the reprints and called him Peter. And then somewhere they were saying that it's supposed to be Peter Parker as a kid with his parents before they died or something. But anyway, I had some of I traded a kid in 3rd grade for those Peter the Little Pest comics. And in 2nd grade, I picked up Little Pals with like duck comics and stuff from Marvel, Disney kind of imitations, but it was really good stuff. And then this Little Kids, terrible condition, just ratty as hell. But the Little Kids comics that I have are very interesting. Here's Arnold Schwarzenegger. How about that? Yeah, this is what I remember is that the comics look very ancient, like Mutt and Jeff. It looks like comics from the 20s and 30s. This is Frankie Fuddle. I mean, this comic came out at 72, 73. So this looked ancient. I mean, look, it's got a console radio there before TV came along. The ads are just about more than half the fun for me. This ad here, you can listen to this record on YouTube. Maybe this is too loud. Oh, look at this, man. The Tomb of Dracula, #1, and Marvel premiere, The Power of Warlock. I don't think I caught on to Tomb of Dracula till issue 4, which I bought off the rack, but May 1972. Little Aspirin. This was $3. That's probably too much for this condition, but I just would have kept kicking myself. And then to be next year this time and saying, man, why didn't I get that book? So I'm gonna skip some meals for this because I made some financial. This was not a smart move, but I discovered that they sell cooked boiled eggs at the gas station in little 2-packs. And I'll start eating that for breakfast. It's a lot cheaper than what I have been eating and healthier. This is little kids number 7. See, the cover makes it look contemporary. And actually, that doesn't look too bad. That looks more like something from the 50s as opposed to something from 1910. But
the big battle begins tonight. I may never return.
yeah, the layout of this is very old-fashioned. I'm not saying I don't like it. This does not look like you're looking at a comic book from the early 70s. Oh, they're introducing the Ghost Rider.
You are not reading.
So, the kid that bought this instead of the first Ghost Rider. That last one, they could have picked up Tomb of Dracula. Instead, they picked that up. But it's all right. I picked up the first Ghost Rider as a kid and still have it. A lot of stuff I got is just this obscure 70s stuff that didn't last long. Short little series that I think I have almost every issue, and then I'm going through my comics. Oh, I hate when the tape goes all the way across. Oh boy. Anyway, I like these short-lived comics, but and I was buying them when they came out, but I just didn't get them every month because maybe I didn't see them. That might have been the case. Sometimes in the mid-70s, you weren't going to comic book stores. You didn't know when the new issue is going to appear on the stands. You had no internet to tell you what day it was going to be released. You just didn't know. And it was just luck of the chance sometimes that you got new books. This is issue 7 of Skull the Slayer, which I'm almost positive I don't have. But watch me let loose with a few expletives when I find out I already have this, which is probably going to happen. Okay. Skull the Slayer, 30 cent. That means they've just gone up to 30 cents. When did they do that? I think that would have been in 76. Let me say this is July of 76. That's my guess. September of 76. So I'm only off by 2 months. That's pretty good. That how I do that is just from being a kid during this time period, knowing when the price changes happened, and just plus the fact that we moved often when I was a kid in the 70s, so I can, because as far as the 70s it goes, from 70 to the summer of 72, I was in Germany. So that was the 15 cent and the beginning of the 20 cent era. So I can recognize those books and what they look like from the time that I spend there, getting my comics from the U.S. Army base there in Heidelberg. And then second grade, 72 to 73, I was in Hampton, Virginia. So that was the 20 cent era. That was the era of the beginning of Ghost Rider and Tomb of Dracula and Werewolf by Night and all that. And then 73 to 75, I was in San Antonio. That was the 20 cent through the 25 cent era. A lot of wonderful things happening then too. We moved to Tacoma, Washington, outside of Seattle for 5th grade. That was 75, 76 school year. Oh, the Groovy Ghoulies. I have all the Groovy Ghoulies. I wonder if this is an authorized channel. I wonder if they're actually paying for this stuff, or if this is all just kind of done under the... Don't know. Anyway, so... and then from 76 on, we were in Arlington, Texas. And that was the 30 cent to whatever comics turned out to be a few years ago. Yeah. Bill Mantlow's the writer, and his wife, I guess Karen Mantlow, is the letterer. Sal Buscema, I.S. Trinidad are the artists. Anyway, Skull the Slayer didn't last long. It's horrible when you get a hair in there. It's like, but I should take that hair and clone the person that left it there and see what monstrosity left it there. Let the clone grow to adulthood, and I'll see what it was that left that eyelash or hair there. Okay, well, more Conan imitations. Claw the Unconquered. Number 9.
In the name of Hepzibah, stole my poison mushrooms.
This cartoon always looked great, Groovy Ghoulies, and a lot of the music was great, but some of the voices were very annoying.
Look what I invented, Sabrina. What do you call it?
It's
Hey, Bonaparte baby, who's your favorite comedian?
this comic book ad for the Rolling Stones album. It's like,
Mexican food.
yeah. Claw the Unconquered, number 9. 30 cents. Let's say this is January of 77. September, October 76. I'm off by a few months.
No, I can't. You see, he doesn't stop at your floor.
Now, when I found this comic, I remember this comic existing. I don't know why I never bought any copies of it. I'd buy all the other DC horror titles, but somehow I never picked up Ghost Castle. Maybe I didn't like the logo there. This is called a logo. This plus that, all that is the trade dress. This, some people think that's the trade dress. That is a logo. But everything that makes this identifiable as a DC comic book and as this particular comic is the trade dress. Although I never heard that term until a few years ago with comic book collecting idiots. This is Ghost Castle. It looks just like all the other great comics that DC put out, like Ghost and Unexpected, House of Mystery. It's just this title just doesn't quite look lurid enough. I don't know. Number 2. Will you risk reading Tales of Ghost Castle? So this will be my first chance to read Tales of Ghost Castle. Now everybody on YouTube says those horror comics from the early 70s are getting to be too expensive now. You just can't afford them. And that's what everybody's saying. So when I see one, I figure I gotta get it because this is probably gonna be. But I don't know. I don't know that the people that are in antique malls, they may not even bother looking this comic up because it's not a superhero title, and they may not know yet that, according to YouTube, those comics are worth lots of money. Here's another copy of Ghost Castle number 3.
And now it's my turn. Matzo, would you hand me my iron?
It's not iron, it's rubber.
Oh, I should see if that scar is on the... Now, see the way they draw Frankenstein's monster here, you don't see that scar on his cheek. He doesn't have it on the forehead either. I mean, they're just close enough to the Jack Pierce makeup, but I guess not quite enough where they could be sued because they try to make his voice sound like Boris Karloff, but little distinctive things like the scar, because he has the bolts in the neck, he has the flat head. See, that's not the way Mary Shelley just, he has kind of a flat head, but doesn't have the clamps. Okay, well, they're this is Ghost Castle number 3. Yeah, they
Looks like Goulahan is a better golfer than all of us. Yeah.
I gotta put this over these comics so the cat doesn't try to jump on them. Oh, and that's the host that they got for this comic. It looks like
Any cat what thinks golf is like all wet.
some nice artwork. Yeah, that's not a very good horror host for a comic.
There's someone scratching at the door.
Yeah, it looks like someone. Yeah,
The drawbridge is like O-U-T. Out, man.
I need to be careful what I say. I was gonna say it looks like someone that would vote for Kamala Harris, and I said, well, I'll offend all the Kamala Harris idiots out there. And I said, well, it looks like the average comic book collector. And I said, well, what good does it do offending people that watch my, I don't know.
Is it safe? Safe? Watch. I'll let my finger do the walking, see? I had to get stuck with a hand that's all.
Okay. Journey into Mystery turned into The Mighty Thor. And then in the early 70s, they brought the title Journey into Mystery back, trying to have another title on the newsstand, on the spinner rack, to just flood the market. And this is a really nice looking copy of Journey into Mystery number 18, which is going to be reprints of the old monster comics from, this one's a reprint of Tales of Suspense 31.
How does a train go?
So we've got Jack Kirby art.
Now then, how does your tricycle sound?
Looks a little bit like an early version of somewhere between Doctor Doom and Kang. I hate that when I say Kang, I have a bad taste in my mouth after those movies, which I never had before. I hate that those movies, I've got to flush them out of my memory. They started so great, and this is in Journey into Mystery number 74, which might have been confusing to a kid. How are you reprinting issue 74 when you're in issue 18? And a little kid, prior to, might not understand that, because I didn't see a copy of the comic book price guide until the summer of 1976, or at some point in late 76 maybe. It was the one that had the Will Eisner cover, The Spirit of 76. And so then I learned a lot about comics reading through that. Here's G.I. Joe meeting the amazing Atomic Man after G.I. Joe was no longer an army guy because, all these parents didn't want to buy mothers didn't want to buy war toys because war is not healthy for children and other living things, Remember that poster? It's great to hear these old Ideal commercials on a Saturday morning. It's a comic I probably already own, but I wasn't sure if I did. Conan 69. I remember buying that off the newsstand. The new Peter Parker comic. You ever flip through a comic and get an ad page? I do another flip, another ad page, And then I flip. Oh, more ads. And then you just happen to miss all the art. That was a good spread, though. Look at that. Promoting Crazy Magazine with Howard the Duck. Howard Lives. Well, sure, that's Robert E., not the duck. There's O.J. Simpson. Well, get your Fonzie t-shirt. There's the Robert Bell ad. Robert Bell being the guy that invented the comic bag. Comic book dealer. Oof. Yeah, oh, this one looks nasty. I don't think I have this issue. Look at the people that have fallen on the spikes. Still code approved. Conan 66. This one's in pretty good shape. It's 30 cents. It's got the horrible mark of the beast. February 77. No, September 76. I'm only off, what, 4 months? I should stop beating myself off. I'm beating myself up. I should stop beating myself up over that. Stop beating myself up for being such never accurate. Wrong cliche. Chamber of Darkness #2. These were reprinted recently in a big hardcover book. They wrote $25 up there, but this was, I think I got this for $8. Still has gloss. This was an early 70s Marvel horror. I'd say March of 71. Let's see. Oh, I'm way off. December 69. Now here, look at the horror host they got here. It's Joe Biden. This says Marie Severin art. Excellent.
And I didn't need them. Would you like to meet a gorgeous pen pal?
Which girl would you pick? Betty or Veronica there? I like her hair better, personally. But the other one's probably a nicer girl. Oh, look, they got Stan Lee hosting here. Strange. You could get this poster and they'd put your face on it. It'll be super me. Get the biggest comic book cover you've ever seen and you were on it. Turn any snapshot into your very own giant comic cover. Be the first to have this personalized blow up. Your own face on the giant 2 feet by 3 feet cover. Just send us your snapshot in black and white or color, no negatives. Your original will be returned with your poster. And he's saying, hey, look at me. I bet that artwork, it's so small you can't tell. Sorry, cat. I bet it's done by Tony Tallarico, who's one of the worst artists in the history of mankind. This artwork's nice. Oof, wow.
Look what you done, you bonehead. That's the way the skull bounces.
Oh, I saw the whole thing. Don't worry, I'll have you back.
Art by Sid Shores. Beautiful. Oh, man, this is great.
Don't you worry. I know just what to do in these cases.
Yeah, it is Stan Lee hosting this horror story. I remember vividly this spread here. Super Saturday on ABC. Casper the Friendly Ghost, Smokey the Bear, the Chattanooga Cats. The Chattanooga Cats had some good songs. Hot Wheels, Hardy Boys, Skyhawks, Adventures of Gulliver, and Fantastic Voyage. That was pretty good. It was after they purged the Saturday morning of the superheroes. And then also, in here I just saw it, an ad for Marvel Mania, which is the Marvel fan club in between the Merry Marvel Marching Society and in between FOOM, Friends of Old Marvel. Oh, see, I hate doing this because it hurts your back. Oh, the good books are at the end because I put them, that's just the way I stacked them. So stay tuned.
Luckily, I have just the thing for permanent waves. Now when you search,
What is the time?
1, alligator. 2, drawbridges.
It's about 12 minutes till 9. Batman Family number 6.
I believe now's a good time to demonstrate a very sharp turn.
So starts with a Batgirl story. Oh man. They really, they fixed my eyes with this cataract surgery to see at a distance, but it's made it very hard to see close. They adjust for distance, so now I'm going to have to get reading glasses. So. It's the Joker's daughter. This has the Adventures of Alfred in the back.
I don't see the big green meanie anywhere.
And Batman versus the Mad Hatter, which I'm not sure if I've ever read an actual comic book story of the Mad Hatter. I don't think so. I just know him from the TV show. I've been doing all this Suno music lately, creating AI music that sounds like great hits from yesteryear, and I did several songs about the haunted tank. And this is 20. It says still only 20 cents, so that would put this in August of '73. September, October 1974. Oh, I'm only off by a month. That's when I thought the price went up. That was a big deal. Comics going from 20 cents to 25 cents. When you're a kid, money had more value then. Oh, the great news since I did the last show. I don't know how it is where you're living, but before New Year's, the price of gasoline was $2.20, and I saw one that was $2.40. And then on New Year's Day, when I was getting these comics, I saw the gas stations I passed. It was $1.91. So when the new year started, 2026, the price went under $2 here. That may not be the case in whatever state you're living in, but here, gas is finally under $2. Looks like timed within just a matter of hours, the drop in price before Venezuela was invaded. Oh, here's the Hound Cats. Didn't we just see an ad for the Hound Cats? So apparently Sunday at 6 in the morning, they run the Hound Cats. We just saw an ad, so that's a 1969 cartoon. Journey into Mystery, number 15. Still has gloss like it's new. It's not a date stamp, but it's written down in grease pencil, whatever, when the comics were put on the stand. So if that's an 11/20 date, so this comic was received on 11/20, so it's probably dated January, 25 cents. January of 74 is probably the date on this comic. Let's see if I'm right. February. Did I say? I meant February 75. Yeah, I meant February 75. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, so it is. It's not. It's whatever I said. I didn't mean. I said the wrong year. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is interesting. I fought the Molten Man thing. That's when Origins of Marvel Comics came out. And I also got that same Christmas, I got this calendar. I have that upstairs.
Make sure all the fellows get their A-OK Dick Tracy wrist radio so they can keep in touch. Over and out.
The one and only Dick Tracy.
I was never really that much into Evel Knievel. I was aware of them. I never wanted the toys. The toys kind of looked a little small and dinky to me. They probably were cool. I don't know why it was that I never was that fascinated with Evel Knievel. I think of him more now than I did then. This is from Mystic 36, this story. Yeah, I don't know. Some celebrities just didn't grab me as a kid. Evel Knievel, Kiss. And then I later learned that Kiss is great. I don't know that I ever really learned that Evel Knievel's great. I guess he was. He just, I don't know. Everybody I knew had the little Evel Knievel stunt cycle. Okay, now we get into some Silver Age stuff. So how was your New Year's? Oh, look, Bill and Big Frankie. They had tons of Blackhawks. I couldn't get them all. Should I ever go back there? I mean, Blackhawk comics from the 60s are pretty much worthless. Not to me, but I mean, they're just not sought after. And I don't know that that'll ever change. But this one's got a fold. I picked this one out. There were 2 copies of this issue. But just this one had just such a spectacular cover. I couldn't resist it. But Blackhawk was a comic that they put out almost like it was a contractual obligation. They bought, I guess from quality, they got Blackhawk and GI Combat. And GI Combat sold, but here's Showcase with G.I. Joe, which was tied in with the Hasbro toy. Although it doesn't say it all over them. So this is going to be from about 65. Let's guess and say it's April of 65. No. Yeah, April 65. February 65. Okay. Yeah, because the G.I. Joe stuff would have been out for Christmas of 65. So that gives it a whole year. Ugh. Some kid was eating Cheetos or something at some point in the history of this comic. Yuck. Maybe I should have gotten the other copy. I can watch my video recording and see, because I laid them out next to each other trying to decide which one to get. Maybe I should have the other copy. Okay, what are they going to put on next? Groovy Ghoulies, that's a good choice. That reminds me of 1971 Saturday morning. This comic isn't in that great a shape. It was only $5, but it's Jerry Lewis. I couldn't leave it behind. It's got, problems. But look at that. What artist do you think that is? 100%, I think that's Mort Drucker for Mad Magazine, don't you think? Let's find out. I know he didn't just only work for Mad. Oh, and I love this ad on the back because it shows the army men that you could get, but it shows an accurate photograph instead of a drawing by Russ Heath. And you can see, if you look closely enough, that they're little flat figures. Maybe we need more light. Let me see. Yeah, this book's not in great shape. It is. Oh yeah, I'm glad I got this. It's got like a. But I don't think they told the artist names back then. I think this is too far back in time. 12 cents is really big on there. So that tells me this is right after the comics changed from 10 cents to 12 cents. I'm going to guess on this one that it's from November of 62. September, October. Does that say 62 or 63? 62. So I'm not off. I'm very accurate. Learn to play guitar the Chet Atkins way. This has the old comic smell. Do you have X-ray eyes? Apparently not. Oh yeah. This is Mort Drucker art.
How many bacon packages do you look at before you find one you like?
They don't let the artists sign their work.
What you're looking for.
This is, of course, during the time when Bob Kane was still signing all the art like he had anything to do with it.
At Oscar Mayer, that's the way we select our bacon, too. Before you ever see it, you get consistently high-quality bacon.
Yeah, Jerry Lewis. Oh, this is number 72 for those of you that are
Oscar Mayer,
curious.
America's best-selling bacon.
You're watching the Throwback Television Network, where classic.
All right, what are you going to show next? Throwback Network.
Stream on a budget showcase or at throwbacktvnet.com.
Okay, throwbacktvnet.com is where you need to go if you don't have Roku. If you have Roku, it's kind of tricky trying to find this channel, but I finally got it. It's under a banner called Stream on a Budget. On a budget means free. Ooh, this one's in terrible condition. Man, I was just in a feeding frenzy. Oh, they're playing the... Look at that, man. They're playing DC superheroes. I saw that there was a 2-hour block that said superheroes. Wow, this is a great station. Once again, thank you, Friar Tuck. Boris Karloff.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap.
This is, well, sorry, I already looked at the date. September 1969, which you could probably tell from the psychedelic love-ons. That's right, 12 pieces, each a full 2.5 inches in diameter, presented in vivid day-glow colors featuring love, freak-out, male and female symbols on gum paper. A gift to you by ordering any of the following. Yeah, all of this psychedelic stuff you could get if this George Wilson cover wasn't already psychedelic enough for you. Boris Karloff presents The Mind Monster. Military men, your credit is good.
At a space base on the Asian mainland, suddenly a beam of light.
You can get your diploma here.
And forms itself into the barely visible outline of a giant monster of compressed force.
Oh my gosh. Look at this hat here. Popsicle is just sickle. It's not summer without it. Yeah, they're just trying to be cool and call themselves sickle. I always thought that the trend of shortening names from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC, from Mountain Dew to MTN Dew and all that, and I thought that's just really dumb. Hopefully I don't get a copyright claim for this in the background. I shouldn't. I mean, this is readily available on YouTube. Okay, here's a Charlton horror. Yeah, Charlton 66 is sending me some Sugar and Spike comics and I think some Vampirella magazines, and I'm so thrilled about that. Ghost Manor number 56, 50 cents. So, when were comics 50 cents? 81? Could this be that old? Let's try 1980? Okay, let's try 1980. Let's try March of 1980. May of 1981. I'm wrong.
You sure pack a lot of power.
So, Ghost Manor number 56.
Yes, sir, you are quite a powerhouse. But now I'm going to turn you off.
Really bad, but that's, they're selling Battlestar Galactica stuff. You can get Automatic Mind Command. How to make others secretly do your bidding with the astonishing power of Automatic Mind Command.
It looks as if we have visitors from space.
Look at that.
One-man welcome committee.
Switchblade comb, I had one of those. Looks like you can completely electrify your friends.
Gliding to his doom. Put the force creature on guard outside.
Anyway, it's Ghost Manor.
Generator on full force. Uh-oh. There's that sparkling personality again. Standing guard to protect the Emotian ship. The fearful force phantom smashes a large...
It's Tor.
Racing toward it.
I bought Tor number 1 off the newsstand in 4th grade, but I never got Tor number 2. I think I have Tor number 3, but now with Tor number 2, I might have a complete set of the 70s Tor comics. Joe Kubert was doing Tor back in the 50s. It's a character he apparently owns, so he was able to bring it to different comic companies. I'm thinking... These are all a lot of the characters that DC introduced in order to try to flood the market with more titles. And then ultimately DC had what they called an implosion, and they canceled a whole bunch of titles there around 1975, I think. Now I think these are actually, at least this issue is reprints of his 50s tour comics, because that looks like an older Joe Kubert style. I could be wrong, but I could be right. Yeah, even his signature there looks older. Great stuff. Well, I can't look at the Saturday morning cartoon show, comic book show, the Dr. Soulrage show, because I've got the TV occupied recording these cartoons. The only way I can watch it is on this phone, which I'm using to film this show, because I would have done this show earlier, but I was watching the news about Venezuela. So I will have to watch them when I finish this, and then watch the beginning later.
Tell me, when the force creature appeared, did you personally face any danger?
This is the 1965 Filmation Superman cartoon they've got playing here. Here's E-Man number 2. E-Man was a really good Charlton comic. It was later revived as an independent title in the late 70s. This is from December of 73. It really is good. They apparently run Lancelot Link tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Look at that, man. I always liked this comic. It's cool to just, find one.
Lancelot Link's Secret Chimp. Tune back Sunday mornings at 6:30 on the Throwback Television Network.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Look what's coming down the track.
Okay, this is a backup story, a character called Killjoy, I guess.
Something nifty, something new. The tracks are all mounted.
Do you know about this character? I'm not sure I do.
And it's just
It looks like he's
now put on the train and away you go. To make a change, just shift them around.
It looks like it's a humorous superhero Steve Ditko thing. Oh, I'm glad I got this comic. But this is what the E-Man comic looks like.
The scenery's complete. Put the train on the
Everything Charlton put out was not garbage. In fact, a lot of what Charlton put out was great. It's just
electric train. Rewired track.
they put out so much, and their product was printed cheaply. The paper even feels, different. And that's why, and the weird things like these numbers that appeared, I don't need to answer this ad. I've done a good job of that. Although my New Year's resolution is I've got to fix myself. I've let myself go over the last good half a year, and it was kind of an honor when I was in the Guinness Book of World Records as the fattest man on YouTube several years ago, but then I realized, is that an honor? I thought I've got to fix that problem.
You never know what she'll say next.
I think I have the complete run of this comic, but I might. This cover doesn't look familiar, but maybe it's because I haven't looked at it in a decade or so. So I thought I better get. I'm not sure if I have. I bet I do have this. Amazing Adventures 33 with Killraven. Now Marvel took the War of the Worlds H.G. Wells book, which was in public domain, and did a sequel to it. It's like, okay, the Martians came, they were killed by our germs, and but then, according to this comic, they came back later and pretty much took over the world, destroyed a lot of stuff, and Killraven is like a Conan the Barbarian of the future that has to fight against the Martians, and this went for a couple of years. Okay, so it's 25 cents. Let me. Oh, what's the price? 25 cents. I just said that. Okay. I just saw the November. Uh, ruined it. November 75. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah. Well, that took away the challenge, seeing the November. I forgot they put the month on the front. Okay. Aquaman. Silver Age Aquaman. Oh, I need a guess. Probably 68 and September 68. Let's see. There are a lot of lost left here. July, August 68. What did I say? September? I was really close. Oh, that's when the House of Mystery returned to being a kind of a horror title. Look at this. We double dare you to buy the next exciting and unusual issue of House of Mystery. I I don't know. I don't understand people that don't love Aquaman. I wish that Aquaman in those movies looked like Aquaman and not a biker, but that first Aquaman movie was not terrible. I didn't see the second Aquaman movie, so I can't judge that. Archie's Laugh Out Joke Book, 20 cents, number 191. I'm going to say this is 1972 and maybe May. Well, I already see it's December, but I guessed May of 72. So I know I'm already off. December of 73. I'm off by over a year. Oh, Drew the dog has returned. This was a lot of fun, these SSP racers. Okay. Still a little bit more here. Okay, this was only $3, this one. You may say, only? Why do you even want? Well, it's something I dearly love, which is Harvey. Older Harvey. Well, man, it's not in that a bit of good. It's not in as good a shape as I thought. But it's Casper 94 with a cool, almost creature from the Black Lagoon creature. I realize now it's got a horrible freeze here. Someone probably fell asleep reading it, crunched the whole book. 12 cents. Let's go with 1966. May of 66. Let's see if it. June of 66. I was only off by a month. Yeah, it's definitely a creature from the Black Lagoon kind of thing going on here. Oh, there are these creature guys are throughout the whole comic. whole kingdom of these guys. Let me see where we're at here. I still have an hour and 10 minutes to record on this disc. This is pretty spectacular to have this lineup on Saturday morning. I'm telling you, man, when Friar Tuck tells you to tune in a TV station, he's not kidding around. Unexpected. Tales of the Unexpected, number 90. And this one is, I'm going to go with June of 65. August, September 65. Again, I was only off by a couple of months. The Doom Makers. Look at that thing, man. Here's a more recent issue of The Unexpected. Number 163, 25-cent comic, so my guess, '75. January of 75 is my guess. April of 75. Here's a full-page ad for Claw. The entire world wants this man dead. Why? Thrill to the saga of Claw the Unconquered. Coming your way February 20th.
It's Lidsville. Tune back Sunday mornings at 8 on the Throwback Television Network.
Once there was a
Wonderful
great
stuff.
movie star who did the most marvelous things. A little girl named Shirley Temple.
Yeah, they're about to do another
Drove her own car.
facsimile of this.
Beautiful idea.
Wonder Woman number 1. It's coming out, I believe, in February. It's going to be $10. But they've already done that facsimile back in the 70s, but they've also done one more recently in the last few years. So.
And just loves to have tea parties with her very own Shirley Temple tea set. Wouldn't you like to have a Shirley Temple doll? You can. She's waiting for you at your favorite toy.
Okay.
Along
House
with
of
Shirley
Secrets
Temple
124.
with Shirley Temple's picture or monogram on every piece.
Oh, still only 20 cents. Okay, so they're going from 20 cents to 25 cents. Oh, August of 74. October of 74. See, if you play this enough, then you learn, and then you can immediately know. October of 74. Okay, so the price change to 25 cents probably happened right as 1975 started. So
Each one says 11 different phrases, and you never know what they'll say next. Just pull the magic ring.
just a wonderful time period when DC was doing these horror comics. I see these people that hold them up on their YouTube channels, and they've been buying them recently, and say, "Oh, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool," and it's like, man, I should own that because that was my childhood. You're just getting it now because you think it's kind of cool. It's just me being a jealous bastard. That's all. No one deserves them but me. Okay, we're down to the line. This is the end of the. Got a few more here. I probably have this one. It's I dates right there. February 77 number. I think I have the entire collection of Call the Destroyer. Why I got this, it was all part of just the feeding frenzy. I don't want to have to come back to this place because I left that one comic behind. I think I have this, but I'll find out sometime soon when I. That's funny. Like Stan Lee, you can tell that Stan Lee has the physique of Superman. It looks like Superman with just a mustache put on. I mean, it's the face, the big, thick lumberjack hand. I'm not making fun of Stan Lee. I just think that drawing was amusing. Here are the idols of 1977. Steve Austin. I was about to say, I don't know what. Jamie Summers, John Travolta, Farrah Fawcett, Donnie and Marie. Donnie and Marie. I don't care what you think. I like their music. Yes. Okay, which is basically they would do stuff from the 50s and early 60s. They're basically doing oldies. But as a little kid, I didn't know that. They did a cover of an old Nino Tempo and April Stevens song, Deep Purple, which was actually an old song when they recorded it in the early 60s that went back to the big band era, Deep Purple, right? So I heard Donnie and Marie singing on television and thought, that is such a cool song because it was basically the early 60s April Stevens Nino Tempo arrangement. And so my older brother's in college, and I'm I don't know, fifth grader, sixth grader, and he said, what kind of music do you like? He said, well, I really like Deep Purple. And he says, oh, I don't like them. He thought I was talking about the band Deep Purple that did Smoke on the Water. I was talking about a song by Donnie and Marie. But I explained that that's not what I meant. Although that Smoke on the Water is a great song. Okay, last but not least, Boris Karloff, Tales of Mystery. There's a way to tell the date on this. Do you see the number right here? Under gold key, the last three digits, it says 104. So that's going to be 1971, April, 04 for April. 15 cents tells me that during that window from about 1968 to maybe right about the beginning of 1972, comics were 15 cents. So we know that that's the case. And so, yes, indeed, it says April of 71. Look at this. They're advertising the records you could cut out of the back of these cereal boxes. You never know what wonderful surprises you'll get as ads. Someone at some point had this marked at $6. Oh, and then there's one last comic. There were two copies of this, and I couldn't decide. One was $3 and one was $8. And I figure, well, the $3 one looks better. The $8 one had a big spine roll. But the reason this one was so much less is there's a big crunch on the bottom. Ultimately, I decided to go with the $3 one because, there's a lot of damage on the back, too, which I didn't know about this damage on the back. Yikes, no wonder. Yikes. Terrible. Okay, I'd rather have a spine roll than all this shit. But I don't have this issue. Goddamn motherfucking son of a bitch. Goddamn son of a bitch. Bastards. It almost got a horrible tape pull, and I shut the camera off so you didn't hear more expletives. I almost. This is one of these bags, the self-sealing bags, right? Usually they have the stickiness here so that you can pull it back and pull the comic out. This one has the stickiness here, and I laid the comic down onto the stickiness. And I was trying, and I had to just peel it off ever so slowly to keep it from getting a tape pull. But honestly, this book is I know you're not supposed to put tape on comics, but something like this, I may actually just put tape on it. In fact, because what else is going to happen? This piece is just going to fall off. So I got it. Yeah, I'm going to just put some tape on here. And I know it's blasphemy. Other than that, it's a really good comic. Interior, white pages, more or less. That's the problem getting a $3 comic from the Silver Age. There's got to be some issue to it. That's, damn it, I can't see shit. September 64.
Try this one, partner. Looks like real. Sounds like real.
Well, heck with it. I'm going to put tape on it.
Western rifle.
If you find that offensive, you can just unsubscribe. Well, that's the haul. Oh my gosh. These are the bags and boards I'm tossing.
It sounds like a gun battle over there. Is it real? Looks like it sounds like real. Right. Every shot, every battle sound was from the sound of
Police officers. Well, sounds like a real gun battle happening over there. It's the way things are no longer in modern times. Wow, those are some cool toy guns you kids have got there. It sounded almost like there was a real gun battle happening over here, kids. Where did you get those? I'll buy some for my kid. Oh. Man, they're showing all kinds of DC heroes this morning. Well, throwback television has just made my Saturday mornings more fun. This is great. I mean, all of this you can get on DVD, and I have all the Aquaman on DVD. I have a lot of the stuff on DVD that they're showing, or it's available on YouTube. But when it's just laid out in front of you, streaming, that you can just turn on your television and it's all just playing with old commercials. It's a wonderful thing. Well, I got some lottery tickets my wife got. I got to go check to see if I'm a winner. I got to get a bunch of bottled water. Let me take that trash out, ladies and gentlemen. Come along with me. What more could I possibly do to entertain you? Oh, shit. Well, that Saturday morning comic book show's been on for half an hour. They weren't on last weekend.
Telepathic commands radiate toward the giant sea creature.
I think it's pretty cold outside, although I don't know. much more will fit into our trash can. If we have more trash than fits in the trash can, then they'll charge you if you have trash outside of the. So I've never done that before, but. Goddamn. Well, I've got a resolve to. I'm going to continue to buy comics from Kevin at Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, and he's got quite a short box full of stuff there but I as far as seeking out comic stores in this region, going like back to a flea market like that, I gotta stop. It's I gotta do. This was just a mistake, folly, part of a feeding frenzy you get into watching other people on YouTube, and you see them with all these comics. Says, "Oh, I gotta get that too," and you get into these feeding frenzies, and trying to get everything cool that was at that one dealer. There's got to be better ways that I can. I always thought I could just be happy if I get 1-2 Silver Age comics a month, but I've got all these comics upstairs I haven't read. I should just resolve myself to reading them. I'm going to get some reading glasses shortly, and then it's just like, what's the point, man? Okay. Gotta take more trash outside. I should paint more, create more of my wonderful music, listen to more music, save to go on a vacation with my wife. I got recycling to take out too, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, Drew, the dog. So, okay, hold on a second. You can watch this for a little bit while Yes, Throwback TV. Thank Friar Tuck for this discovery of this wonderful channel.
For a limited time, each comes with a record. Starfinders come with the Star brand.
Mr. Lovo's Cinema Insomnia, Saturday evenings at 10 Eastern, part of Throwback TV's Sci-Fi Saturday.
At Penny's, we have toys that race, and walk, crawl, and hop, wobble, and whirl. Toys that
What did I miss?
The
first electronic football games like these were for only one player.
And run.
But something was missing.
Can I play? Wait your turn.
Then along came head-to-head electronic football by Coleco.
Now we can play at the same time. I'm offense. I'm defense.
With head-to-head, you're really in the game. A power sweep. He fights through for the tackle. You pass. He blitzes. Intercepts.
This is real competition.
Why settle for a one-player game when you can have it all? Play alone, against the computer, or for real competition. Play
Head-to-head.
Why settle for less?
Maybe Drew would like to go on a walk, possibly. Let's see if she's in the mood for that. Oh boy. Oh, we're gonna put these comics up. That's a smart move.
Streets off to find help. Hurry, Storm. Starting to get weak. Only a couple minutes.
Where did I put the damn thing? Oh. Okay. I don't know where my sunglasses are. Come on, Drew, let's go. Well, it's a nice morning. It's not too cold out here. She's getting scared by the sound of distant barking dogs. She smelled the Marlboro cigarette, but that's not her brand, man. That's not the brand she used to smoke. Well, Drew, let's go do something before we go back in. Drew wants to go back up the stairs, but she hasn't peed or pooed. And it's un-American. We're out here to pee and poo, Drew. We got to complete the mission. You gold bricking. Well, I don't approve of this. Very un-American, but when you need to poo, we got to go poo. Right. That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go see what cartoons are playing. Come on, Drew, go on in. Oh, shit.